Okay, we are live. I see the first person. So I'm gonna wait 1 minute. So if you're watching the recording of this, you can fast forward at least a minute. Hi, hi, hi. Okay, say hi. Write something so that I know you can hear me, you can see me, everything is good. Hello, I got my first hi. Is this good? Angle. Okay. Hello, hello. Can you hear me fine? Everything is good? Everything is good? Can you guys hear me? Awesome. Awesome. Okay. I love it. I love it when I see people are on time. Thanks. Okay. Thanks for confirming that the voice is good. The sound is good. We're going to wait a little bit just so that everyone can come in and join us. Awesome. I'm glad everything is good. So while we're waiting for everybody else, I'm going to ask you a question. Hello, everybody. Okay. So tell me, how many of you guys set goals, set New Year's resolution every year and fail to achieve them? Do you set the same goals every year at the start of the year, and then maybe after a month or two, you just forget about them? Yep, everybody's guilty of that, huh? It's okay. I ask and I love it. I love to see your answers, because when you see other people have the same issue, you know you're not alone. And this is today's topic. So you're in the right place. Okay. One person says sometimes yes. So that's good, I guess. Awesome. And I know some people don't even try to set any goals. So if you set a goal and you try to achieve them and you fail to achieve, at least you're one step ahead. At least you have a goal. But some people don't even try that. Okay, I see there's more of you guys coming in, joining us. Hello, hello. Okay, so I asked everybody if they set new goals every year, if they set New Year's resolution and fail to achieve them during the year, and then next year they're like, okay, I'm gonna set this goal again, and this time I'm gonna try and get it done. So yes, I see more of you guys saying yes. I know. We do this. So what is wrong? Why we set goals and we fail to achieve them? Is it us, or is it the goal, or the goal setting process? I can say it's the combination of all. So exactly. Yossi says, in the middle of the year, I forget my goals and I forget to try for them. Okay, true. That's true. True. Yes, it's us, it's the goal. The problem is, I guess, everywhere. So today we're going to talk about that and try to realize and find out what is wrong with the process and fix that portion of it. So first thing first, I asked if you guys set goals, if you guys set New Year's resolution. And I know some people, just forget about the New Year's resolution, and they're like, you know what, I'm not gonna even set a new goal. I'm not gonna achieve it. I want to ask you guys to do so. I want you guys to set a new goal, set New Year's resolution, because that's the first step. If you don't have a goal, you're not going to achieve anything. So at least set a goal, but see if your goal is smart. So we're going to talk about that. So I'm still seeing your answers and I love it. I see you have good responses. Maybe we think that we have time and we do nothing. Exactly. I'm going to talk about that. I love that, Fatemeh. Okay, good job. Okay, so let me check my notes, make sure that I'm good with everything to start. Yes, I am. Okay, so every year we get to the cycle, set a new goal, fail to achieve it, and next year we do the same thing. So this is a cycle that we were stuck in, and we're gonna break out of it, and we're gonna take control of our life. In order to do so, we have to have a goal. What is a goal? A goal is something that we want to achieve. And if you think a little bit harder about it, maybe a goal is something that is calling you. Maybe it's something that you can hear. Like I think there is a reason for it. There is a reason that you hear that thing. There is a reason that thing is calling you. There's a reason behind this. There is a reason for you to wanting to achieve that goal because you have the potential of achieving it. You wouldn't want that if it wasn't something coming from inside of you. So first of all, we need to know that we have the potential to achieving the goal. And then we have to make sure that we're going through the right steps to achieve it. Our goal has to be specific. So in order to have a SMART goal, we have to have these characteristics. Our goal has to have these characteristics. First of all, it has to be specific. It has to be very clear. You have to know what you want in order to be able to achieve it. And it has to be written. So you have to write your goal because sometimes you have an idea of what you want. For example, you say, okay, I want to lose weight. Like this is very common. So I start with this. I want to lose weight. Okay. How many pounds or how many kilograms do you want to lose? You have to define like, okay, I want to be that, like I want to weigh this much, or I want to be this size. I want to be healthy. Like you have to be clear and very specific on what you want. And then you have to write it down. Next step is to look where you are right now and then where you want to go. Because otherwise, like you don't know the steps. We want to have clarity everywhere. We want to have clarity on our goal, and we want to have clarity on the steps that we want to take. And we want to have clarity on where we want to get. So be specific, very specific on what you want. When you write down your goal, ask yourself, is it specific enough? Is it clear? If I tell somebody else this, do they understand what I want? Do they really see what I see? Like if you say, I'm going to lose weight, okay, maybe 1 pound, maybe half a pound, maybe 1 kilogram. Yeah, like you just want to lose that much, or like 10 pounds or 20 pounds. Like it's different. You know, you have to work harder if you want to do that. Like you have to be very specific on that. So everybody clear on this? Let me see what you guys are typing. Yes. Soma says, sometimes we set a goal, but we don't know how to achieve that. True. Today, we're going to talk about that. Personal fulfillment thrives on being organized. Exactly. We want to have discipline. One of you guys said sometimes something can't be specific. I like to hear an example and see what you're thinking. Exactly. Fatima said we have to write our goals with all the details. That is so true. Okay, Maria said something we can imagine. True. You have to be able to imagine it, and you have to see when you explain it to somebody else, can they imagine what you have in mind? Like when you say, I want to lose weight, you may imagine yourself like being so like tiny, and I imagine like you like just losing 1 pound. Like, so this is not the same. Make sure that it's so clear that when you explain it to somebody else, they understand it as well. Okay. Yes. Hamid said every step could be a goal. True. We have to have smaller like goals to achieve them. I'll talk about that. Okay. Like starting to learn programming. Rehana said, I think she wants to learn programming, but she can't set goals in that. You can. So if something is like, I want to learn, for example, I want to learn something. I want to learn to speak English, for example, or new language. Okay, how much you want to learn, like how fluent you want to become, and in what time, and what do you need to do every day. So like be as specific as possible. As long as it's, yes, okay, learning programming, yeah. So if you want to learn programming, you have to know like, okay, this is what language, or what for example, like you want to learn Python, or you want to learn I don't know, C++ or whatever. Like you want to learn what, first of all, and then in that, in what level you want to learn this, why you want to learn that. So be as clear and specific as possible. Second step, I will talk about the rest because I know some of you guys are asking questions that are related to the next few steps. So second thing is your goal has to be measurable. So in order to get clarity and be specific, it also has to be measurable in amounts, as I said, like what level or how many pounds. You want to have the amounts, you want to have the dates, like by this time I want to do this, and then by this time I want to do more, like break it down to specific timelines, and make it again as clear as possible. So in every step I say you have to have clarity. So you want it to be measurable, so you need to know the amounts, you need to know the dates, so that you can measure the degree of your success. So if you know you're here today, and if you know clearly that you want to get here, this is the difference, right? So if you go one step up, you can measure your success. You know how much closer you are to your goal. So this is very important. Is this clear? Okay. Let's see your notes. Correct. I love it. Measurable and clear. Okay, we are good on these two, right? Specific and measurable. The third one is your goal has to be achievable. So don't set a goal that is like too high, that is hard to achieve, because after a while, I know that so many of you guys have this problem, because overachievers always set higher goals. If you set a goal that is too high to achieve, you're not going to get very close to it. And if you take any steps, you don't feel, because the difference is so much that you cannot feel your success. So you feel after a while, you get tired of it. You get, disappointed. You don't believe that you can achieve it. So exactly. So how many of you guys are doing this? How many of you guys are overachievers and set goals that are like too high? Exactly. Hamid said we are perfectionists. True. And there is no such a thing as perfect. So there is like nothing is perfect. So if we know that nothing is perfect, we don't try to achieve something that is unclear, because if there is nothing as perfect is not clear, it's not specific. So it doesn't have the characteristics of a goal. So change this. Be specific, have a measurable goal, and then have an achievable goal. They're dreams, not goals. Exactly, Tyrone said that. So Those are dreams. If you, yeah, exactly. I know, for example, some people, like somebody wants to be an astronaut. That is awesome. You can be, but are you taking the steps? So if you know that you want to be an astronaut, you need to know the steps. You have to learn Russian. You have to have a good health. You have to have specific things like for your body. You can't have any, like, I think, dental procedures, like some stuff. Like you have to do, like, I forgot, like there are some specific things that you need to do. Okay, so put these as your goals, because your higher goal is, okay, to become an astronaut. In order to achieve that, what do I need? These 10 things. So these 10 things should be your goals, 10 goals. Okay, so each of them, then you look at them one by one. You have to learn, first of all, English, second, Russian. So you have to learn, for example, Russian. So do I know anything? No. Okay, I'm 0. Where should I get? Like 10. Okay, what are the steps? What do I need to do? So this would be one goal. And then this goal has to be specific, measurable, and achievable. So, and then I talked about the rest. So you do this with all of your goals. Don't be vague about your goals. Like, sit and think about each of them one by one and make sure that they have this characteristics. So fourth one is relevant. It has to be, so if you don't do anything, like if you're not, like you want to be an astronaut, but like you're not doing anything related to that, or if you want to like, I don't know, I think run in the marathon, like this is more achievable, I guess. But like if you want to do this, but like you have problems that you can't even walk, like think about it. Is this possible for you? Is this achievable? And then, is this relevant? Is this relevant? And sometimes, in order to find out if something is relevant, you have to think, like, sit and think about it and listen to your inner voice. Do I really feel that I want to do this, or do I want this because of others? Because I want to have a better image in other people's minds. Like, do I want this because of myself? Is this really aligned with my values? Do I really value this thing? Because if you don't value something, for example, like, again, talking about losing weight. So you want to lose weight and you don't really care, like you're fine with being like, I don't know, like 100 kilograms. You're fine with that. And you don't really care about any of that. So that shouldn't be your goal. Like, unless you want to be healthy and if you're 100 kilograms, it's too much and it's not healthy. Okay, so that you want to be healthy. Because of that is relevant. But if you are healthy and you know that for sure, if you say like 200 kilograms, you are still healthy and you're fine with that, you don't need to have this goal, because you don't feel the relevance of this with your values. And then the fifth and the final characteristic is to be timely. So it has to make sense. It has to be the right time. Sometimes, like your goal. So this can be, because these characteristics can be used in businesses and in life, personal life. So in businesses, sometimes you want to achieve something. You have a goal, but it's not timely. So like by the time you get there, it's already too late. You want to build something, but it will take 5 years, and in 1 year that thing is gone. Or you want to learn programming, and that language that you want to learn is almost dead. Like, why doing that? Like, learn something that is right for that time, in the time that we're living in. It has to make sense time wise as well. Like, if you're learning like what is kind of dying. I'm trying to think about it. Like, okay, so a business like WeWork, they had this apartments or the buildings that you could rent, and you could go there and they would give you office space, and you could work in that office space and have your business there. So right now we are in Corona, and you don't need office space, and you have to stay at home. Actually, you can't go out. So I mean, they didn't know this is going to happen, but I'm just saying, if somebody is starting a WeWork right now, this is the wrong idea. Like, this is not the time to create something like that. You have to think about it. Is it a good time to do so? For example, Airbnb, maybe that is a good idea, because people love to travel. They haven't been traveling for the past year. Maybe you have an idea, it is travel related, and that people are gonna travel soon. As soon as Corona is gone, like, people are gonna travel. Okay, you can work on that idea. So make sure that the timing of it is also correct. That is very important. And then, so these are the 5 characteristics. SMART. So specific, measurable, achievable or attainable, and relevant and timely. So does anybody have any question on these? And I'm going to read your comments here. Yes, we have to set up our goals in small steps. We can divide a specific goal to small parts, which are achievable and easy. Yeah. It's really important. Exactly. You have to think about your mind and listen to your inner voice. What if we set our goals attached to others, so dependent to others? What do you mean? I like to hear an example. So if it's your goal, it has to be related to you. If it's for example, for a business, and your goal is like a vision for the company, you want to achieve something and you need other people's help, you have to actually set goals for them as well. Tell me if this is your question and I'll explain it more. One person said, some goals are believable for us, but not for other people or people around us. And they can be a big obstacle for us. You shouldn't think about other people's opinion. Like, if you think you can do something and you want to achieve it, work on that and prove them wrong. Most of the things that are big, most of the people, that, like, when you look at people's successful people, you see that at some point nobody believed in them and they heard so many no's, right? So it doesn't matter if you think something is right and you want to do it. Go for it, do it, be persistent in it, because when you're persistent, when you do something over and over, you will get there. Maybe nobody else has achieved it yet, but when you achieve that goal, that becomes possible in everybody's mind. So you can change people's mindset as well with achieving your goals. So yeah, it shouldn't. That was a great question. And let me know if you want more explanation on that. But this is a great question, and that is so true. You have to achieve it. I mean, I'm sure even if you're in your life, you can think about the moments and the things that you've done. And before you do it, like, those people that you were saying, you're talking about, people would think that it's not possible, or this is not right for you, or you can't do this, but you did it anyways, right? And now they don't even remember that they told you can't, because you proved them wrong and you changed their mind, you changed their mindset. And this is huge. It has so much value. So think about it that way and get energy from it. If you have haters, or if you have people who love you, but they think that you cannot achieve your goal, it's okay. Just love them, continue your work, be persistent on it and achieve it. And then by that, you help them. Actually, you may inspire them to do something else for themselves as well. So yeah, that is very important. let me read your comments. I love it. You guys are very engaged and I just get so much energy from you. Thank you. Is it a good idea to leave university while it's all virtual? Some courses are available for free and I can cut this time wasting forced courses too. Yes, I'm not a fan of university. I got my master's as well, but if you know how to learn, if you know how to invest your time, I'm not saying don't go to the university and just stay at home and do nothing or waste your time. But if you use your time to learn more, definitely do that. Definitely. Yeah. Thank you, Meng, for being here. Age is important to set goals, like change the course. Age is important. So in order to understand that, it depends on you. That's why I always say listen to your inner voice, but see if it's achievable. So the goal that you want, for example, to become, I don't know if this is correct or not, but to become an astronaut, maybe there is an age limit. Maybe you have to be maximum age. I don't know. I know that they're older astronauts, so I'm not sure if there is an age limit on that. But let's say there is a goal, or you want to be a wrestler, and you're at your 40s and you just started thinking about, becoming a wrestler. So, can you do that? Maybe. If you work hard on that, yes. But is it a good idea? I'm not sure if you love it and you think you can. Maybe try it. Sometimes the answer is inside of you, and sometimes you have to try it. You have to take a few steps and see if it works. If it kind of makes sense. I'm not saying if you didn't achieve your goals, stop or quit. No, but make sure that you will know. This is all inside of you. If you listen to yourself, you can get the answer, and you can understand if you should do it or not. There's so many comments. Let me read some of these. What do you do when you're afraid of not achieving your goals? I run away from any test, like TOEFL exam. So by running away from them, you're not going to achieve them, right? So, okay, actually, that is a great question. I'm going to talk about that. Let me talk about this. I want to give you some steps now, okay? And then I'll come back to your questions. I want to tell you what are the steps. So we know the goals. We know the characteristic, what type of goal we need to have, right? I told you the 5, the SMART, SMART, the characteristics. Now we're going to talk about the process, and then I come back to this great question. So running away from, facing our fears and doing what we need to do. Okay, I love your comments and questions. Great. Okay, so let me tell you the steps first. I come back to the great questions here. Okay. First step. First thing, when you want to set a goal, think about the result that you're going to get. When you want to do this, try to be alone. Sit in your best state of mind and sit in your room or somewhere quiet and think about it. Think about the results that you want to see. What do you want to achieve? What do you really want? See that. Feel it. See how it feels. What emotions it will bring to you. And listen to yourself. Listen to your inner voice. And write down. Have a pen and paper, pencil or paper, whatever, pen or pencil, and have a paper and write it down. Think about it. Feel it. When you feel something, nobody can take it away from you. Okay, so this is the first step. Excuse me. And then when you thought about it, when you realize what you want to see, the results that you want to see, then create your goal. And the SMART goal, right? How to do that. Okay. This is the second step, creating your goal. First, you see the result. Second, you create the goal. Don't start with the goal. Start with the result. What do you want to see? And then set a goal. And then third step, write your goals down, like one by one. See if it's very clear. It has to be clear. You know exactly what you want to achieve. Okay? Write it down. So first you see a result, and then you create the goal, and then write it down. Okay? At first, when you listen, don't judge yourself. This is also important. When you see a result, don't say, "Oh, I cannot achieve it." No, just see the result that you want to see. No judgment. No judgment. So set a goal and then write it down without any judgments. Write it down. If your goal is smart, you're good. Don't judge it. Write it down. And then you create an action plan. To create an action plan, you need to know where you are and where you want to go, and then write down all the steps. So in order to do this, for example, in order to lose 10 pounds in 1 year, I have 12 months, let's say 12 pounds. I want to lose 12 pounds in 1 year. I think that is so easy. Okay. 1 pound every month, right? So you say, okay, I have this month, I'm going to lose 1 pound. I mean, that is easy, but anyways. So you say, I'm here, I want to get there, and I have this time. So I divide what I want to do by this time and know exactly what I need to do every day, every step of the way, every day, every week. You want to know clearly what you want to do. Okay, in order to lose weight, is it a miracle? I just see that it happens? No, I need to take action. What action? Okay, I know that my intake has to be less than my burning calories, right? So like you have to think about this. If you eat more and you don't exercise, you'll gain weight, right? So instead of that, you have to exercise, you have to burn more calories than you gain, right? So this is very easy when you break it down so much that it becomes so easy for you, so clear. Don't worry about wasting, like don't think about this as wasting time, wasting a day or two on planning. So make sure that is so clear to you and you know every step, and then create this action plan, and then give it a timeline. So these are actually 2 steps. So you create the action plan, you give the timeline, say, okay, in this week, I want to do this. In this month, I'm going to do this. In this quarter, I'm going to do this. So break it down to the timeline, give it a deadline so that you know that when you're achieving it, you know, you can actually, so this is next step. This is, and when you are achieving it, you can celebrate. So you have to celebrate your small success. Why? Because it releases dopamine in your brain, and it feels so good that your mind wants to achieve more. When you celebrate your small success, your mind wants you to do so. Your mind wants you to do more of that thing. So it gives you the motivation that you want, the desire that you want. You're like, yeah, I want to do that. Like, I want to do one more, set of push-up. Like, or I want to sweat because it feels so good because I'm achieving my goal. So make sure that you celebrate your success. So this is the 6th step. Take action. So you take action, and this is easy. Just take action. But I have some notes on this. In order to take action, not only you have to celebrate your small success, but also you have to make this a habit. You have to learn how to make something a habit for yourself. Because when something becomes a habit, it becomes much easier. And don't expect something to become a habit like in the first few days, right? Just do the steps that you need to do. How to make something a habit. I have some videos on this, so watch that video. I don't want to, take your time on this training, but I have a video on my YouTube channel that is the summary of 2 great books. I recommend reading the books, but watch my summaries as well. It will help you remember everything and kind of, refresh your mind. So 2 great books, The Power of Habit and Atomic Habits. Both of them great. I recommend reading both of them. First of all, Atomic Habit, and then Power of Habit first, and then Atomic Habit second. It's kind of like, I'm glad I read both. So I watched my summary, and you learn how to create habits. So you take action, you make your action a habit, because repetition is the mother of all skills. So if you want to achieve something, you have to repeat it. It has to be repetitive. Like if you do it, if you be persistent, you can achieve whatever you want. And then the last step is to evaluate. You evaluate what you've done and assess your progress. You see, okay, I was here. I wanted to get there. I wanted to lose, I don't know, like 50 pounds. And now I realize, oh, this is wrong. I cannot do that. That is too much. Okay, I'm going to change it a little bit. I know now that this is not realistic. So I want to have a, realistic or achievable goal. So I'm going to change the 50 pounds to 25, If you break down your goals to the smaller goals and achieve them and celebrate them, then you get the momentum, you get the energy to do more. Always use the momentum. There is so much energy in momentum. So today that we have this training, you feel something, right? You feel motivated that you want to do something. You feel the difference between this training and before that, right? This is momentum. You just started something. So use this momentum. Sit down today, tonight, wherever in the world you are. So sit down and first see the results you want to get. Then create some goals. It's okay if it's night and you're tired and you want to, you don't feel like you're at your 100%. Do this and then review it tomorrow, okay? Or if it's morning, you have energy, perfect, do it. So see the result and then create your goal. And then SMART goal, and then write it down, and then create an action plan, create a timeline, and take action, and then take action, and then you will see if you need to assess it later and change it in the future. So this is it. And last part that I wanted to answer your questions. One of them was, why what did you ask? You said you don't feel, after a while you leave it aside and you don't take actions. I'm going up to read your question. Sorry, I have my note, but I want to make sure. What do I do when I'm afraid if I cannot achieve my goals? I run away from any test like TOEFL. Okay. So sometimes we just put everything aside. We think that we have time or we'll do it later, right? I don't know if you watched the Walt Disney animation, the Christmas something, I forgot the name, but do you remember Mr. Scrooge? He was the guy with so much money that wasn't feeling the not only Christmas, but like the holiday spirit. So like he wasn't in the mood. He didn't want to help anybody. He wasn't kind. He wasn't giving money to anybody. Like he didn't want to help anybody. And he was just trying to have so much money for himself. I don't know if you remember this or not. I love this. So there is something that happens in that night, the night before Christmas, that his life changes. He sees that he's gonna die and he can't take any money with himself, and nobody likes him because he's never done anything for anybody, and he understands that he doesn't have time to do that. So it brings a sense of urgency in him, and he feels like, he feels the urgency, right? So he feels like he's running out of time, and then he gets a second chance, and then he becomes very nice to people, helping others and stuff. So this is what we need to do. We need to understand that we don't have all the time in the world. We don't know how long we're gonna live. We don't know, like how long we'll have this opportunity to do whatever we want to do, to make that difference in our life and the life of others, right? So create that sense of urgency inside of you to make sure that you are taking action. So this is something that you have to feel inside. So when you sit, when you see the result, I told you this is the first step, right? See the result. I'm repeating these because I want you to remember everything, okay? So when you see the result, also think about it. Like, okay, you see this result, let's say, give it a time, right? Okay, if I do this in a year, I'll be here. And then in 5 years, I'll be there, like see it, right? In 10 years, I'm going to be there. Okay, this is perfect. Feel it. Enjoy this moment, okay? And be glad and celebrate what you've done. Celebrate all you've done to achieve that, to get there, okay? And then one thing that will help you a lot is that to come back to reality where you are. And now think about the future without taking any of those steps. Just not doing anything because you have fear of failure, because because of what other people will think, and like the judgment of others and all the fears that we have. Like think about those fears, and because of those, you didn't take any action. And think about your future. Not only 1 year, go more. 5 years, go more. 10 years. Okay, where are you? You're not there. You're definitely here, right? Like if you don't go up, if you don't progress, you fail. Like you're either growing or dying. So if you're not growing, you're dying. So see yourself, because sometimes we can see ourselves like successful and see the success in our life. But sometimes when we think about misery and all the like bad things, we can't see ourselves there. We see others, we can easily see others failing, but we don't see ourselves. Because of that, we don't get the sense of urgency. And this is really important. So see yourself there and feel how bad it feels. Feel how hard it is. See how bad your life is in 10 years if you don't take any action. See it, feel it. I want you to really like feel that like disgust, and you're like really want to get out of that misery, like in that bad feeling. I want you to feel it, because when you feel it, you know that you really, really, really don't want to be there. And then you know that you don't care about, do you care about other people's opinion? If you see yourself here down below and like in really bad health, in bad shape, bad everything, you lost your friends, you lost your family, everybody hates you, you're here, and you're here because of those fears. Do you care about others when you're here? No. Like, do you care about the judgment of others when you see yourself here? No. Who cares if they judge you? Who cares, like in the meanwhile, right? Who cares if they judge you? Who cares what people think? What do you have to lose if you take action? Worst case scenario, you fail, which is great. If you fail, you learn something. If you don't take action, that's the true failure. That's when it hurts. That's when you go there. You don't need to really get there, hit the lowest, and then get back up. You have to see it now. You shouldn't be in so much pain to take action. Take action today. You're here, you're already ahead, right? So take action today and make your life. Who cares about the fears? Like just use that energy, use that momentum. I'm sure you can feel it right now, because this is inside of you, because this is not something that I'm telling you. This is something that it's inside of you. Whatever you're thinking, I can't see it, I can't feel it, but I know it's there. Like that thing that I'm saying, like if it rings a bell, because it's something inside of you. It's not like I'm not saying something that is like I can see in you. It's in there. It's inside of you. Listen to it. Take action. Don't be afraid of anything. Failure is great. If you fail, you learn. If you don't fail, you probably something is wrong, or you're not taking enough action. Take enough action to fail and learn, and then take more action. Use that failure to learn and go above, go higher than that. I hope you got the answer from this long talk. I'm gonna go to next questions, but let me know if you felt what I said, if it talked to you. Okay, I'm reading the questions now. Super excited for you guys. I love it. Okay, so I think that sometimes we need encouragement from another person. If we can't have that, we're disappointed. What should we do for depending on ourselves? I think I just answered that. So yeah, you don't need other people, because nobody cares about you as much as you do. You have to care about yourself first. Put your oxygen mask on first, okay? And then you can help others. Be that person that you want others to be for you. Be that person for others, okay? But before that, you have to create yourself. You have to be that person for yourself. Your best partner is yourself, and then you can have a coach, you can have accountability partner. I have another video on accountability partner. That is great. If you find a good accountability partner, that's perfect, and that will help you a lot. If not, get a coach. That is actually the best option. If you have a coach, the coach will help you take your hand and be your responsibility or accountability partner, right? And that will save you a lot of time and a lot of money, because like somebody as a coach can help you see the path and know, like shine a light on your road, on your journey, and you can see where you're going. So get a coach if you can. If you can't get a coach for whatever reason that you feel like you can't get a coach, find a good accountability partner, okay? You can find somebody good around you. It doesn't need to be your friend. I have a post on my Instagram that I said you guys can find each other, become each other's accountability partners. And I had a live that I explained what are the characteristics of a great accountability partner or ideal team player. So you have to learn these to become that person, and then find somebody who is also great, and then together you can grow. And if you want to invest on yourself, this is the best way to get a coach, because that will save you in total. This will save you more money and time. So this is how you can find. Don't depend on random people, like family members, like to be your encouragement buddies. Meng said, what you have done and how you have achieved your goals makes me to believe in myself more and gave me the strength to dream bigger. Oh, love your training sessions. Oh, thank you, Meng. Meng is one of my best friends, and I love her. She's the nicest person I've seen. And actually, Meng's six-pack actually gave me motivation to work on myself. So just so you guys know. So we get inspired by seeing each other's success, right? So if you have a good circle of people, if you have right people around you, and when you succeed, celebrate your success and tell others, tell your good friends. Not everybody can see that, but if you have good friends, share your achievements with them, because you may inspire them. For example, I didn't know that I can inspire Meng to achieve her goals. She's amazing. She inspires me as well, right? So see, if she wouldn't show me her six-pack, now I'm sure she's now embarrassed, because she doesn't want me to talk about this, I'm sure. But anyways, so like that gave me a lot of motivation to work on myself. And this is the same. When I see your success, I get inspired. That's why I share my success. Go watch my first YouTube video and see how I talk and how shy I am. And like even now, like I'm sure that, you know, a year from now when I watch this video, like I'll be so proud of myself. Like, ooh, like that wasn't good. Like, but I'm better now. So do that. Like, and don't forget to celebrate your success. Small success, like a small celebration, even, you know, shake your butt. That is also a celebration. Okay, let me read your questions. We shouldn't tell everyone our goals, just with safe people. They can help you how you can achieve it, and you can go in the right way. Exactly. So yeah, not everyone is trustworthy, and you have to make sure you're sharing your goals with, you know, people who have the characteristics of a good accountability partner. If you haven't watched that, go watch it, because that is very, very helpful. I have some ideas, but people who are around me give me some negative energies, and you can't do it, and this idea is so big. Okay, it's okay. Again, imagine yourself here. I'm sure you wrote this before I talk about, you know, the rock bottom. This is the word I was looking for. So see, when English is your second language, this happens. And I was like, I couldn't remember at that time to say rock bottom. I'm like, what was that word? It's fine. It's okay. I'm in a safe place, and you are in a safe place. It's okay if I forget something, but I know that I'm adding value, and I love to do that. So I do it. Like, who cares if I don't remember, you know, one word or something? I'll remember at the end. So how to set our priorities. This is very important, but this is easy. I want to tell you, maybe I actually, and this is a great question. I think I'm going to make a video on this. I have a training. I forgot that. I have a training on Thursday. This one is in Farsi. I wanted to have one in English on Wednesday, but then I changed my mind because it's end of the year, and I saw so many of you guys who are outside of Iran. At least you want to like celebrate New Year and everything, and maybe it's not the best timing, so I'm changing the timing of it. But I want to know how many people want to set their priorities on Thursday for Farsi speaking people here. I'm gonna have a training. I'm gonna have a workshop. It's 3 hours, and starts at 9:30 a.m. LA time, PST. So if you can come, I totally recommend doing so. And I'll have some small videos on that as well, just because I just said it. Okay, can you give us some examples of goals? Sometimes I don't know what to pick. Oh, some people have this issue. They say, I don't have any goals. I think you do have some goals, you just can't see it. So you have to learn to listen to yourself. Okay, so again, I told you, see the results that you want to get. So sit with yourself and then think about it. What do you want to achieve? See your better self. Okay, where do you see yourself? Different things, right? Like their financial goals, their, you know, health goals, and or physical goals, and their like career goals, business goals. There's so many things. You have to sit and think about them. Another thing that I'm going to talk about on my Thursday training is this, like how to find priorities, how to find goals, how to set goals, what to focus on. So this is actually all covered in on my Thursday training. In my opinion, the first step in defining goal could be knowing about yourself and what tasks you can do. I think you wrote this. Yes, this is right. And I just talked about this. Scared to start. You're scared to start because you want to be ready and perfect. You're never perfect. There is no perfect. There's never perfect. So whatever you want, just know that you have to raise your standards. So if you're here, set a goal that is like a little bit higher than where you are and try to achieve that. Don't worry if this goal is not perfect. It's better than you are, right? If this is better than this, that is awesome. Do this. Don't think about perfect. Why? Because when you get there, then you raise your standards, and then you set a higher goal, and then you achieve that, and then you set a higher goal and you achieve that. So in the long term, you achieve all of these steps, you go higher and higher, and you go even higher than what you think is perfect right now. So there is no perfect. Know that there's no such a thing as perfect. Okay. So what if you want to learn several skills? That is awesome. You just prioritize those. Write down what you really want to achieve, and then break them down and go one by one. You can't do all the things at the same time. You may be able to do a couple of things at the same time, but not like everything, right? So just start with one. I think I don't deserve great decisions or great successfulness. I satisfy myself with little things. Okay, something is very wrong with this. So first of all, you deserve the best, and you have to believe that you deserve it. Okay, and you said I satisfy myself with little things. So you mean I understand what you're saying. So this is not bad, but you have to always raise your standards. So don't be satisfied where you are, but don't be sad because of where you are. Okay, I see the sad sign here, the sad face here. So here where you are, appreciate what you've done. Okay, another important thing is appreciation. If you be grateful for what you've done, what you've achieved, and where you are today, you get the energy to do more. You get the energy to achieve more. You don't need to go like 10 steps ahead. Just go one step at a time. Okay, do this, achieve it, celebrate it. That's why I say celebrate, because when you celebrate this, your mind knows that you deserve the greatness. You deserve this. Okay, celebrate. Be thankful, be grateful for yourself and what you have done. You cannot be sad or angry at the same time as being grateful. So there is so much power in being grateful. Always be grateful for yourself and for what you've achieved and what you have done. Okay, and what you have. Okay, because there are some things that you have achieved. There are some things that are given to you. Be grateful for those, and then get into the right state of mind, the peak state. I talked about this. You guys better watch it again if you don't remember. Change your physiology, focus language to go to the peak state, and then decide. So when you want to write down your goals, make sure that you're in the peak state. Use this momentum that we have from this training. Be in the peak state and write down your goals today. Okay? You can achieve it. Okay. Exactly. Revive Group said, you know the answer. You deserve whatever you put your mind into. Exactly. I write whatever comes to my mind without considering the result. Okay, that's good. And then you do this and then consider the results. Okay, it's okay. At first, it's okay to write down everything, because there's so many things in your mind and you don't want to judge them. You want to put them on the paper because it has so much power. Writing down your goals and what is inside of your mind has so much power. Do this for sure. And then think about the next steps. Living University. Okay, you're welcome. Because there are wonderful masters available there too. Also the community of similar colleagues to do some projects together, which I don't have substitute for. I'm afraid to regret later. What to do? Don't be afraid of regretting anything later, because if that makes you like not taking any action, that is actually what you need to what you will regret about. So if you don't take any action, you'll regret about it. But if you take any action, and even if you fail, you won't regret it, because if you know at this time that you're doing the best thing for yourself and you're making the right decision at this time with the information that you have, you're not going to regret it in the future. Make sure you're in the peak state. Okay. Oops, I jumped over so many questions. Okay, sorry, I went to the bottom of the questions. Did you have a video on how to plan? Because when I plan, things happen that are unpredictable and cause my work to fall behind. Everything falls apart. I do have several videos that helps you with these. Okay, there is one video on fear. Watch that. Watch the videos on state of mind. Those are really important. And what else? I have to think about it. I'll put it on my Instagram, because I know I have several videos, but I don't remember the titles to tell you. I'll put them on my Instagram. Okay. I have fun every single day, do my step by step, but I still have fear. Okay, so many of you guys have fear. Watch the YouTube video I have on fear, because that is very common, and I'm sure that you love that video. It will help you a lot. I know why. You said, I don't know why. I know why. Watch the video. You will see. You're not alone. I want you to know that you're not alone. If you have fear, and if I ask you guys, actually, I want to ask you guys, can you tell me who has fears of any type of fear in order to achieve their goals? Just tell me here. I want to see how many of you guys are even have fear of failure, fear of being judged, fear of not being loved, fear of not being perfect, fear of what people think. Like, tell me who has the fear of something here. I want you guys to see if this is common, or if it's only one person here who's afraid. Tell me. I mean, I already told you, if you see yourself here, you have to ignore all the fears. But let's be honest. Who had fear before? Who was afraid? Okay. I see you guys. Fear of difficulty. That's fear of failure. You think it's difficult and you may fail. It's great. Failing is great, because you learn. If you don't fail, you don't learn. Go for it. Love it. Love difficulty. Love failure. Do it. Fear of failure, others' judgment, me. Fear of not being perfect. There is no perfect. Me. See, me, not many. No, so many people have this fear. As you see the hands are up. Fear of failure because of the past. Even I have many successes. Exactly. So many people are successful. Actually, we see them as successful, and they have fear of failure. I mean, you think I don't have fear of failure? I do. But I do it anyways. You have to do it anyways. Because if you don't do it, if you don't fail, you don't learn, you don't grow. I love it. I see all the people who have fear. Even if you're not saying, I know you do. Either you're a liar, or you just don't want to type anything here. I'm afraid of losing things. Yeah. Fear of failure. The IELTS exam. Who cares? You fail, you do it again. Just do it. If you don't do it, you already failed. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys time to say you have fear, and I'm gonna read all questions. I don't have self-confidence. I fear to pick great goals, and I think good things are for others, and I just watch them. That's so true. And actually, I'm sure so many of you guys feel the same way. I have a video on self-confidence. Self-confidence is very important. It doesn't fit in one video, but I have one video that I said watch. I think 5 more videos before that. So I think in total you have to watch 6 videos on my YouTube channel to learn more about self-confidence. And that needs practice. Practice. Repetition is the mother of all skills. So practice, repeat whatever you feel right. Just do it over and over. Uh, any questions that I didn't answer? I see so many questions, but like I know that I talked after your questions a lot, so maybe I already answered. If you have any questions, let me know, because we are at the top of the hour. It's been 1 hour, so I don't want to go over the time unless you have good questions. It is hard to achieve goals when they are so different from your family goals. I hear you say put myself first, but what do I do with my consciousness that feels guilty? Exactly, you feel guilty a lot actually. But you have to learn that you are responsible for yourself first. Okay? There are sometimes, I don't know what values you're talking about, but sometimes, for example, I know that, for example, in Iran, not working can be a value for women. I know it sounds weird to some of you guys that are watching this, but in Iran, I just want to tell you guys, for a girl to work, sometimes the family think that, oh, like, it's really bad because it means that, you don't have money, you're poor and you need money. That's why you work. I mean, this is wrong, right? Like, people outside of Iran know, because this is very normal for people to work at, 18 or even earlier than that. But in Iran, it's not normal, or it used, it's, I think it's getting better, but it wasn't normal. Even when I went to work, it wasn't good. But I love to work and I did go. And I know that at the beginning, my dad didn't want me to work, because, he would think like, we don't need money, why you want to work? But I love to work, so I worked. And now I know that he's very proud of me, and my mom too, and they're very proud of me because I worked and I'm wherever I am, because of that. So if you value something and you want to achieve it, go for it. Don't think about now, because when you achieve your goal, when you succeed, they're going to be very proud of you, and the values will change. Something that is a value today doesn't necessarily need to be, as has as much as value in the future. They change, the values change, the society change, the time is changing. So stop thinking about others and work on yourself, and put your oxygen mask on yourself first, and then by achieving your goals, by being successful, inspire others to achieve their goals as well, and show them, prove them wrong, prove them that those values that they thought it's a value, they are not values. Actually, what you've done has value, more value. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Okay. Oh, and one more thing I see here, that so many of you guys think that you don't have time to achieve your goals. One person texted me this morning, and she was like, or she or he was like, I'm 42 years old. Is it too late for me to attend this training that you have? I'm like, 42? Like, I'm gonna be 42 soon. Not very soon, but like soon enough. So no, some people started like, I know that this I have to find this lady. She started at 86. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think 86. And she's done so many great things that I cannot do. So age is just, like, countries and those borders are just, they're not real, right? Age is not real. You can divide the days that you've lived, divided by 365 days, and say, okay, I don't know, 42 years. You can divide it by 700 or 800 days, and all of a sudden you'll be 21. So these are just like, these are not real. Like, the real thing is what you feel inside of you. And if you don't start today, you're not gonna get more time. You're not gonna get younger, right? So the earliest, the first best time to start something was yesterday, right? The second best time to start anything is today. Okay, so don't postpone anything to tomorrow. Just start today and then use this momentum. Again, I'm repeating because I want you to remember. You want to keep the momentum. Use the momentum and don't repeat everything else. Set a smart goal and go for it. Take action, celebrate, and make this a habit for yourself. Good? Everybody good? Questions? If you have one goal, a different way to reach it, how do we understand which way is true? You have to try it. You wanna understand what way to do, like what is the best way to achieve your goals? You have to try it. Listen to yourself. If you don't find the answer, if you listen to yourself and you still have so many ways, that's perfect. Some people can't find one way to achieve their goal. If you have several ways, try them. See what feels good. Do that. And another thing that can help is two things that can help. First of all, you can watch other people who had the same goal and already achieved it and see what they've done, right? You can use other people's experience. Or you can get a coach, again, somebody who has the experience and knowledge and can help you take your hand, hold your hand, and help you achieve your goals. So you can experience everything on your own, but it will take much longer to achieve your goal. But you can use other people's experience and buy time for yourself, because the most expensive thing that we have is our time. You can spend your time, it's your choice, but is that the right investment? Probably not. Any more questions? Self-confidence is general thing. Somebody in some situation can have it and another situation can't. I think it depends on situation. You're right, but you can become more confident by taking some steps. So in each situation, being in peak state is very important. Finding your patterns is very important. I have videos on these, so I don't want to repeat myself, but just watch those. But you're absolutely right. You can have confidence in one thing, but you don't feel confident enough in another situation, but you can make yourself feel confident, okay? You can. Ming said, thank you so much for all the great tips, encouragement, and motivations. I think everyone in your session today will have a greater start of 2021. I hope so. I love you guys. I wish you all the best, and thanks for being here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. People in large countries are not bigger than people in small countries, just like values of one's days in 20s and 40s. Exactly. Beautiful. Age ain't nothing but a number. That is so true. I really agree with be thankful about even a small step. But what about when we have short time about achieving the big goal, like pieces, defense, and you have to do more. What I did was nothing. So when you have a goal and there is a deadline for it, you have to work harder. You had to start, as I said yesterday, right? You didn't. So if you're working today, you only have 24 hours. Make sure when you're awake, you're using that time perfectly. Be in the peak state. When you are in the peak state, your results will be higher. It is worth watching the videos I have on state of mind. Watch those, be in your peak state, and take steps there. Use this momentum. Saying it again. Okay. Nice. I didn't know about this guy. She said, I think the story of Masako Wakamiya, who started to learn computer programming in 80s. Show it doesn't matter. True. I'm gonna research on that person. But yeah, everything is possible. Exactly. Fear of not being able, fear of failure. Last question. What if we don't achieve the result before the deadline? Can we make a penalty and try it again? You don't need to penalize yourself, because you've already, when you don't achieve something, you already feel bad. If you don't achieve, that's what the 7th step was, to reevaluate and assess your progress. So That's you when you, for example, you give yourself a deadline of a month, halfway through, double check, make sure you are on the right path. If you're not, what is wrong? Was your goal realistic, or do you need more time, or do you need to achieve something else first? You learn to have a better goal by trying, by getting there, like by taking actions. You see, like your goal wasn't, first you may think it's achievable, and then you take some steps and you realize it's not achievable. So you just take steps, and then like if it was realistic or not, achievable or not. So that's part of the goal characteristics. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. Thank you. Oh, thank you guys for watching. I love to hear that. Okay. I love it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this. And we are good. We are done. I'm gonna post something on my Instagram soon. Thanks for watching all of these, and hope to see you in the next training. And if you're coming to my training on priorities, or if you want any coaching sessions, just DM me on my Instagram. You have my Instagram. It's Roche_the_firewalker. So Roche the Firewalker is there. See you guys there. Have a good start of the year, and see you soon. Bye. I'm so glad that life was helpful. Thank you. Thank you guys for your kind words. Bye.